Many students undergo a change while they're here. There's a whole world out there that they never touched on while they were in high school, and their abilities have developed and in some ways have segued and moved off into other areas that they never even dreamed of when they came in.
The Providence College Department of Theater, Dance, and Film is a little different from departments at other schools in that it's in a liberal arts setting. We have something special, and that is that we combine 3 art forms in one department.
One of the things about this department, the size of the department and the nature of the discipline, is that we have a very close relationship with the students we work with. So a student who comes here is going to be on a first-name basis with the entire department faculty and staff, and they're going to develop personal relationships with these faculty.
The most rewarding aspect for me as a teacher at Providence College is the collaboration, the collaborative nature within the department, especially when we're workshopping in class. It's a very creative process. The discussion and the feedback, the passion of the students, the peer critiques that are happening are very supportive, constructive, very encouraging. Now with their studies, they want to express themselves and develop these pieces. The world is changing and they are grasping it. They've grown up with these technologies and they're at the forefront, which is really exciting to watch.
I'm trying to enable the students to take a step into unsafe territory, to help them be brave, to push them in the direction of fearlessness.
The department really enables us to feel comfortable with our professors, with our fellow students, so we're not afraid to try new things, to take risks with our work. They were there with us for the process. And it's hard because I think a lot of times in different fields you learn privately. That's why it's good to have people there who don't just see you for that one project. They've known you for the years, they've seen you in class, they've seen you outside of class. So they really do understand, you feel comfortable. You're kind of stumbling your way along as you go, but when you've got this relationship, you know that if they point something out to you, there's a reason why they're doing that. It's to make you a better theater artist, and over the course of 4 years, they definitely will.
Our philosophy here is that the student artists are being developed within the context of a liberal arts education. Students are encouraged to take literature, art, history courses to inform their work. We believe that it's important for students to be well educated as undergraduates, and indeed that feeds their art. Smith Center for the Arts opened in 2004. It's a state-of-the-art facility that allows us to do more projects than we've ever been able to accommodate before.
Now we have 2 theaters that were designed to be theaters.
A wonderful thrust proscenium stage in the Angel Blackfriars Theater and a wonderful black box in the Boab Studio Theater.
In the Smith Center, you have theater, film, and dance. Being a freshman, I'm kind of new to everything, so the interaction of all these students in this one building really helps.
The college provides a very safe environment for students to live and work, that they're in a place, at this age especially, where they can take chances, where they can explore, where they can be curious, and where they can do so among people who will support them.
Students have a real passion for the arts here. You're in a teaching role. You're put into a leadership position. We all have a passion for what we do.
The thing I like about the program here is there's a healthy competition, but there's also a healthy concern about other people. There's a much more of a sense of cooperation among the students here, and a wider range of personality and interest. It's pretty wholesome here.
By the end of 4 years, all of those positive aspects that they brought in have changed, and they no longer mention the high school education, and now it's all about all the things that you've taught them and the change that you've brought about in them. I like the fact that we influence change in people, and you can see it by second semester senior year.
Providence College puts out an invitation to students to be transformed through their educational experience. The Theater, Dance, and Film Department extends this invitation to students who want to pursue their passions through a very rigorous liberal arts curriculum. This department connects to students in a way that nurtures their creative spirit, helps them discover their strengths, and ultimately the direction in life.
The great thing about the film minor here is that there's two sides to it that kind of correlate with one another. One is the theoretical side, and then one is the technical side. Theoretical meaning that you go into the classroom and take history classes on film and learn about film of the past. But then you go ahead and get to use equipment and make your own films, which is great.
The mission of the minor is to inform students of the history of cinema and where filmmaking originated and where it came from and the possibilities that developed. And so it's very important, I think, for the students to have a real good foundation of the history and the theoretical and the analytical skills to be able to appreciate cinema as a text, film as text.
Before I came to Providence College, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. I liked movies, I always did, but I never had any classroom experience. And my first semester, I took a class with Father Gumbert, and that really made me see that film was what I wanted to focus on.
In the history of film, students are able to put into context the mirror that art holds up to society. So film throughout time, and as they study these historical pieces, they understand that the culture is changing along with the art form. We are reflecting what's happening through each era.
The second part of the mission of the program is to help students become practitioners. And so we have a lot of emphasis on filmmaking.
The film minors first become familiar with the basic elements of video and film production. First in developing ideas and concepts in pre-production, moving quickly into working with cameras, lights, and sound, and then assembling their work in post-production editing.
My favorite film class so far has been film production, because we get to actually use cameras and set up sets and actually film a movie, and that was what I really wanted to do coming to Providence College, and it's been a great experience so far.
The highlight of my film courses has definitely been screenwriting. It's something that's new here and something I've really enjoyed.
My generation comes from the generation of wanting to write the great American novel, and now I find that these students would like to write the great American screenplay.
What screenwriting teaches you to do is tell stories with pictures rather than words, and perfects how you're able to tell a story.
What's really good about a small program such as Providence College's film minor program is that you're able to focus in both ends of the discipline, the theoretical, the analytical, the historical, along with the practical.
One of the things that makes Providence College, especially in this film minor program, so unique is the class size, and it's designed that way.
The classes are so small, sometimes as small as 5 or 10 people, and you get such personal attention from the teacher, and they're always looking behind your shoulder at what you're doing and how you're working.
Schools I've worked with before, my own school, when I was in film school, had too many people and not enough equipment. not as much access to the professors. Here, there's a one-on-one experience. I get to work with students, we get to collaborate, everyone gets to share their idea, and the equipment is also very democratic.
The access to the equipment is very good. If you're in a production class, you can go to Academic Media Services, request a camera and a tripod, and in a couple of days they'll give it to you. You have access to the editing lab all the time.
We received a large grant from a donor to buy computers and to install Final Cut Pro, which is the industry standard for editing. And so the students that come through our program at Providence College, they learn Final Cut Pro, and they're able to leave this college with a wonderful skill under their belt, and it's very marketable.
The opportunities of film production are limitless at Providence College. You can write your own script, cast your own actors, and shoot your own movie, and you have a full-fledged faculty that advises you every step of the way.